I can't do it. I can't do it. This freaking Rule of 4 bullshit hex that Justin has placed over my head. I can't. We're gonna be lucky to win 10 games this week, aren't we? Oh boy. Well, while I wallow here in indecisiveness of my picks and what I deem worthy versus what I deem a trap, let us roll the intro, shall we? Hello everyone, and welcome to the Week 2 of the 2020 NFL season and my prediction videos. I'm your host, Cody P. of the Blind Canadian Cat YouTube channel. I say meow, I roll intros like the one you just saw on there with the beautiful music by our boy Emanuel Torres. I have no idea if I said that right, but for those who don't know who that is, essentially my friend, our friend, Eddie the Burro Tejada, not to confuse you with Joe Burro, Eddie the Burro. I guess knew this guy for a while. I think they're hometown friends or whatever. He knows him somehow, and he wants the three of us eventually to do a song together. But because Eddie wants to do all the work, because I don't know how to do it, and he keeps breaking his headphones all the goddamn time, music is kind of at a halt, and that's why nothing else has been released. But we want to do music, so there'll be that there eventually. But yeah, Slick, he's responsible for the intro music video. And for those who don't know the intro, I mean, I don't know if that joke kind of made sense to people or not, but that's supposed to be like a cat, you know, meow. Something. I was going for a cat, and then that last like second or two wasn't supposed to be included, but I found it funny, so I'm like, screw it, why not? But again, Slick and Eddie, because Eddie helped. He did the whole outro, so both their channel information are down in the description below along with everything else. And in these videos, like anyone else, I'm not going to give you easy beasies on picks where you can just skip this. If you want my picks, you gotta at least skip to the like 6 or 7 minute mark of the channel, or of the video. No freebies here in the description. You have to watch the video. But like I said, welcome to week 2. And let's do the old traditional way of how we do things by recapping last week, presented by my 4 empty Mountain Dew 2-liter bottles. Yes, don't say anything about it. A lot better than I expected, and better than we started off last season, so 'tis be the tale of good things for straight up and against the spread. And for those who don't pay attention to my Twitter, which I'm going to get into another thing later in this video, but for those who don't pay attention to my Twitter, I put out a parlay thing like a week before the season started. I want to say the 3rd or the 4th, about what I would bet if I could gamble. I can't gamble yet, I'm only 20. And what would you know? All 6 legs hit. I could have turned 10 to 300. I did the research. I could have. But I can't gamble. I don't know why I haven't yelled at like one of my actual adult, or not adult, 21 friends, or anyone in the Progs to bet for me, and I just split the winnings. I don't know why I didn't do that, but oh well, we're 2 months away, so let's just get through the grit. And then, yeah, Twitter over-unders, they're the reason probably why I'm not doing these videos, as you can tell. That's what the T stands for. I post them on Twitter. And, yeah, and then I'm also going to do things differently. I'll just say fantasy stuff right now. In my fantasy leagues, I went 0-1 in both of them. Lost both games, relatively close games, but I lost both, and all due to Monday night players that overperformed because I didn't have any. Not really overperformed, but just did enough that I was kind of gonna lose the situation from the get-go. 'Tis be what it be, but we will recover. We got 13 weeks in one league, 14 weeks in another. No one goes undefeated. My week 2 matchups, I will be playing good old Critty on one side and our good old friend Justin on the other. And both of them have Lamar Jackson. So, best of luck to me. This is going to be an 0-2 season, ain't it? Well, at least there's now parity. Although, to be fair, what was it? Year 2, I started 0-4 and made the playoffs on a 7-7 clinch thing. And ended up finishing the season 3rd in the yellow way. So take that. Anyway, let's go to the point that you guys actually tuned in for, onto my picks. Let's begin. And like I said at the beginning of the video, Justin has this thing, I don't know if he invented it or if that's just how he rolls, but he has a thing called Rule of 4, where at least 4 betting underdogs win their games outright. And while I'm sure that might happen, I won't put it against the world. I just don't have it. I can't see it. Could you, like, there are some games where, oh, this team will beat this team. Like, okay, I can believe that. But if I'm a gambling man and I had to pick who I think would win, I'm gonna go this way. Starting out with Thursday night's game, and by the time this recording is probably either finished or uploaded, it will be Thursday. With Cleveland hosting, I'm pretty sure they're hosting Cincinnati. And I gotta tell you, I've heard a lot of people think Cincinnati, wow, we're not gonna be able to talk tonight. Take Cincinnati to win the game. And while, again, one of those games I could legitimately believe happening, I don't see it. Like the game against the Chargers, where you could argue he should have won, or at least gotten to a tie and go into overtime. Chargers aren't that good. Like, their defense might be good. I don't know. I'm 50-50 on that defense. And anyone who knows me on this channel, Tyrod supporter all the way. Tyrod's that guy. Former Ravens quarterback. Love rooting for him in the Buffalo. Yada yada. Big Tyrod fan. But the Chargers aren't that good. And they're a low-scoring team. I just don't see it. And Cleveland, I don't really think anything of the 38-6 loss against the Ravens. It's the Ravens. It's the Week 1 Ravens, which, again, I don't know if any of y'all know this, but the Week 1 Ravens the last 4 years have been really good. Like, no one's touching these guys. Granted, the 4 games they played have been against lesser opponents. They've been bad. I don't know what to tell you. I don't remember the number. I think it was like 164 to 19 or something like that in the last 4 Week 1 games. Like, so yeah, no, the Cleveland loss means nothing to me. And I guarantee you most other teams probably would have gone down a similar road. I mean, maybe they go 31-10 if you're like one of the better teams, KC, New Orleans. But no. Week 1 Ravens against 500 teams or lower, it's a wrap. It's been a wrap for a while. I'm pretty sure the last time the Baltimore lost a Week 1 game was when Cincy was actually relevant in the division with Andy Dalton. I don't know if this is for certain or not. Or when freaking Peyton Manning came to town once all our defensive players retired. Well, yeah, no shit. But, tis be what it be. I like Cleveland, and I think the -6 is doable. Because I still think the Browns are a better team. The Browns, I have no doubt in my mind, will probably be an 8-8 team at the end of the season. Maybe 9-7. I don't know. Cincy, I'd be generous to give them 6-10. Do I think they can win plenty of games? Maybe. Joe Burrow was that. I trust Joe Burrow. He had one of the all-time college seasons, and there's no reason for me to believe that he's not going to be a good quarterback for most of his career. Maybe. I don't know. Cincinnati's never really a consistent team. I don't know. You have 2 Super Bowl appearances, but take those 2 playoff runs out, you have 1 playoff win as a franchise. 1. You got nothing from me. I spent so much time talking about the 2 teams in Ohio that I don't really know where this is at this point. But hey, I can edit it. So, isn't it fun controlling your own YouTube channel when you get to do all the talking you want and upload and edit? It's so beautiful, ain't it? So, because I have to feel obligated to pick road teams to win a couple games, I like Atlanta to beat Dallas. Atlanta, for the last goddamn time, is not a bad team. I don't know why they act like a bad team. Seattle usually flops on the road in September. Usually. I don't know why Atlanta acts bad. There's no reason for them to be bad. Defense, maybe. But, I don't know. I didn't watch the highlights, so I don't know exactly the whole story of everything. But Atlanta's not bad. I don't know why they're acting bad. I'd love to take care of Miami, but again, Miami will probably backdoor cover. Miami sounds like a backdoor covering team. Tampa win again. I'm not going to take too much into Tampa playing New Orleans. New Orleans is clearly the better team. Has been, always will be. Well, maybe not always will be, but There's no reason to believe that New Orleans is not the better team. I don't know. But I'll give Carolina a bit of a doubt. Their offensive production showed me a lot. I don't know why on 4th and 1 you go to the fullback instead of Christian McCaffrey. You go to the fullback on 3rd and 1, or like 2nd and goal. That's when you go fullback. You don't go fullback on 3rd and goal and 4th and 1. You do not. Unless you have a relatively good fullback. Kyle Juszczyk, Anthony Sherman. I don't know the names of other fullbacks. Clearly you don't go Pat Ricard. No disrespect, Project Pat, but clearly you're not the guy to be running the ball. We'll throw you the ball, but we're clearly not the guy to run the ball. But I think Carolina, at the very least, a backdoor cover is very fair. Say, I'm not going to give that Bucs team 9. I'm not. I'm also tired of people thinking Carolina's going to be a bottom 5 team. Teddy Bridgewater is not a bad quarterback. And Christian McCaffrey and those guys, they might need some help on the defense, but lordy, this is not a bad team. They're not going to get out the playoffs. They're not a bad team. Pittsburgh, Green Bay, the Rams, all win decently. Although Philly has some sort of hex up with the Rams the last couple of seasons, but that might just be Nick Foles' thing. We don't know about Carson Wentz. Do we ever? Not really. And Denver struggled against Tennessee, and I don't view Tennessee as a good team. Y'all can say what you want about the division. I've had Houston winning that division since day one, even after the Hopkins trade. Because I'm not going to trust Tannehill, and I'm not going to trust an old Philip Rivers. Sorry, not sorry. Hell, Minshew Magic, I wouldn't be surprised if they somehow won that division. I'll give them a better chance than Tennessee and Houston, Tennessee and Indy. But somehow Pittsburgh tends to play lesser than they actually are, and I don't know how I should feel about that offense. I don't at this moment. Oh well. And then again, my other betting underdog that I think could win legitimately, I'm going to go Minnesota. Because I feel like while the defense struggled, the offense stayed relatively productive. Decent enough. Kirk Cousins doesn't take that safety. Who knows? The momentum might go in Minnesota's favor. And that game could be totally different. Who knows? But yeah, I don't trust Indy. Chicago, I don't know how I feel about -4.5. But I think the Giants are a lesser team. So I think Chicago will be fine. Same with the Jets. The Jets are nowhere near the low rank of the Cardinals. Which does not surprise me that they won. Arizona did not surprise me with a win. I wasn't projecting it. But that +7 was an easy one. Easy one. Easy. Speaking of Arizona, them and Washington. While I did project Washington to win, I was kind of like tongue-in-cheek in projecting them to win. So the fact that they did actually win is kind of cool to me. And I've been freaking Arizona. I'm trying to get Gavin and Jeremy from the Progs League to do little rambles, but I couldn't get them to do anything. They'd rather complain to each other about other things because they're really good at doing that. Ravens to dominate Houston. If Houston was having a hard time against KC, they're going to have a worse time against Baltimore. Sorry, not sorry. KC to beat the Chargers. Seattle to beat New England. I've had a lot of people thinking that New England might be able to win it, but Cam Newton has struggled against Russell Wilson for the majority of his career. That's just kind of a thing. So no reason to believe Seattle can win this game. And if you think Seattle's going to win -4, you can live with it. And I'm surprised the spread is low for the Saints against Vegas. Yeah, the Raiders won, but they beat Carolina in a shootout. Because Carolina's got no defense. You think New Orleans is going to be any different? I don't think you guys realize also New Orleans on Monday nights that aren't week 1. I don't know. Some of these betting underdogs are going to win. I'm probably going to go 9-7, 10-6 maybe. But this is how I see it, this is how I view it, and this is how I will choose to view it. Over and unders will be on Twitter. I'll probably do the Browns-Bengals one right after the release of this video, or right before it. And then we'll do the Sunday and Monday game Saturday night. Well, maybe Friday night. I don't know. I usually work. Hard-working American. And one more thing, speaking of which, before I go, because logic and reason, and I know a lot of you beatsies don't follow my Twitter anyway, or are at least watching my Twitter, but we got something to discuss. This And then R2T2 Piggy Bank. I spent $30 on this, I want to say like 4 or 5 years ago. Or maybe someone else spent $30 on it. I don't know. It was $30. And I wanted it. So either I or someone else got it. But you hear that sound? It's getting pretty full. I've been collecting coin in here for the most part since June. I mean, I've had coins in there beforehand, but in the last place I lived at, I had to do laundry. So a lot of the quarters in there went to that. But since moving here, May 31st, June 1st, somewhere in there, collecting coins. And for those who don't know, I am 20 years of age. My 21st birthday is November 10th. And with my birthday, which I believe is a Tuesday, I plan on taking all the money in here, and however much that is, using it for my first ever NFL parlay play. So wish me luck on that. I would be shocked right now if that thing is under $10. Because I know I put a lot of quarters and a lot of dimes in there, especially the last 2 months. And that's how we're going to do. We're going to gamble it. We're going to hopefully make some money. Because I know my week 1 parlay looked nice, so we're going to make a week 2, 1, 2. You know what? Fuck it. I don't know what it is right now, but for editing's sake, let me put my Twitter week 2 parlay up here as well. My official thing. I don't have one made up yet, but because I can edit, because future me is smarter than regular me, he's going to do it for me. I won't call that good. Thank you all for watching. I'm your host, Cody P. My hair is supposed to be purple, but because I can't dye it myself, it's still stuck in this bleachy blonde thing. Because it is what it is. Thank you for liking, rating, commenting, and subscribing to the Blind Canadian Cat YouTube channel. Make sure to follow me on both my Twitter, my Instagram, and on Twitch, where I am streaming a lot more actively now, as you can see by the multitude of gaming videos you have watched recently, all coming courtesy of the stream. And tune in to next week's prediction videos, when we find out who the real face of the NFL is. # send Julio to Charm City.